Welcome to the Merch Minds podcast, where we discuss everything about the Merch by Amazon business and the print-on-demand industry. Here are your hosts, Glenn and Yong.
Are you struggling with Amazon AMS ads? Ever wonder how much you actually sold? Or what campaign type is actually getting you the best results? Angler AMS is the only Amazon AMS Chrome extension in the Chrome store. It has one of the best dashboards I've ever seen. Just search Angler AMS in the Chrome web store and pick up your copy today.
Merch Informer is the #1 research program for Merch by Amazon. You can do niche research by BSRs, keywords, and even by merchant brand names at your fingertips. You can explore historical data to see exactly what strategies the top sellers are using to succeed. Merch Informer was designed to help streamline your research process and help organize your ideas. Head over to merchinformer.com for a free 3-day trial. And after that, it's just $19.99 per month. Use the coupon code MERCHMINDS for 15% off the entire order. Merch Minds podcast episode number 61. My name is Glenn, and Yong is here live in the flesh.
Hello, sir. How's it going? Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
This is Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow, my man.
Oh, yeah. This guy's going on a world tour.
On the world tour, dude. I'm going international. I'm going to Southern California first. Very exotic.
Of course.
After that, I'll be in Las Vegas. Now, I'm not doing your Las Vegas, Glenn. So before you start popping off, okay, I'm not doing the strip, okay? I'm going to do the local flavor, okay? I'm going to do the local Las Vegas.
Okay. I got to respect that.
Okay, all right. But what's going on with you, man?
Well, for family business, we've been closed the last couple of days. Also just leading into the holiday, so they're taking a little break, but mostly because we were supposed to get ready for my dad's surgery. That didn't go down. He ended up getting sick, flu.
Oh, no.
So yeah, he ended up getting real bad flu, which also got my mom sick. So now both parents are sick, and me and the wife are doing good. No sickness, but we're just trying to stay away a little bit. Hopefully they can recover. My brother's coming in town, so mostly just trying to spend some time.
Okay.
Family,
So Brother Hacks is gonna be in town.
Yeah,
That's my boy, man. That's my boy. Tell him I said what's up.
yeah. Let him
Dude, is it me or does the Zubia family have some kind of a virus going on, man? Because if you're not getting sick, it sounds like your parents are getting sick. I mean, it's no joking matter that your dad is getting surgery, but still, man, it's like everyone's getting sick in your family. What's the deal?
It's kind of like an inside joke, like with this podcast and on YouTube with me getting sick, because you're mostly talking about that, or on like Out Hustled when we went traveling, I got sick. So it's kind of like an ongoing joke. But yeah, usually it's something like that going around. But I'm good for right now.
Dude, you need to start taking some vitamins, man. Seriously.
Hey, I'm good right now. It's just the family that they're
actually for the listeners, Glenn does look pretty good, man. It looks like he got some hair relaxer or something. I don't know what's going on with his hair, man, but he's looking pretty good right now.
I was supposed to get a haircut and then it didn't go down. So
okay.
Tomorrow though, I'll look fresh.
All right, cool. So you want to talk numbers?
Yeah, let's talk these numbers. And here's the thing though with Yong. This guy got his account back. You can upload per day, right?
I can.
This is ridiculous. And he's one of the very few that I know that can upload
absolutely.
per day.
And we'll talk about that here in a second. Yeah, so I'm on the 1,000 tier. I was one of the very fortunate chosen ones who can upload. I have 3 uploads per day. And it looks like a lot of my best sellers have their BSRs back, and so things have been really, really good. Still not the numbers that I was expecting for the month of December, but I mean, compared to what everyone else is going through, I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to even have this opportunity. So it's been really good. So since I'm talking, I might as well just give you guys my numbers first. So the last 7 days, again, 1,000 tier, On the top of my head, if I recall, I have something like 850 shirts live.
Mhm.
So my last 7-day numbers, 230 shirts sold
Oh man.
for a royalty of $1,543.66. Now for the month, I have today's what, the 20th, Glenn? The 21st? Today's the 20th,
20th.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So for the month, I have 406 shirts sold for a total royalty of $2,705.01. Now we obviously have 11 days left, but I've noticed things have dropped significantly. So the last 6-7 days, I was averaging a good 40 shirts per day. Last night or yesterday, I did somewhere around 20, 21 shirts, and today looks like it's going to be about the same.
I would kill for 20 something shirts at this point.
Would you really?
It's been bad. I can't find my shirts. I can't upload. And when we talked to the Jersey guys, we talked to them after we had our interview, a couple of days ago in our little chat, and they're the same thing. They can't upload anything.
Yeah, they can't upload anything. I do know that they're running ads, and that's something that we'll talk about here. But yeah, I mean, from what Anthony and Kevin are saying, they were saying that their numbers are pretty bad.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
So I have to knock on wood. I've been very fortunate. Things have been really good, and yeah, I mean, I think there's a rumor going around in the groups saying that only the people in the high tiers were unlocked, but apparently that's not the case, Glenn, because you're what, in the 8,000 tier, and you haven't been unlocked.
Yeah, not yet. And even my 25 new account, that tier still has not been unlocked either.
Right, and my other two accounts that I'm managing, they're pretty much frozen as well. So
I wonder what happened there. Like, I know they said on their update they were just starting to unlock people over again, but I don't know anybody else.
I mean, who knows, right?
That has been unlocked, but you.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, we can talk about how Amazon goes about doing this, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know, and I'm just.
Do you know anybody else that's been unlocked?
Ken.
Okay, who has a massive account?
Ken Real. I actually, you know what? Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But I mean, he just puts up ridiculous numbers in general, anyway. So, but don't quote me on that. But going through the groups, I recall seeing a few people saying that they had their accounts unlocked.
Okay.
So
I didn't ask anybody. I probably should have asked some people to see if they were unlocked or not. But really, I guess I really don't ask because nothing I can do about it anyway. I mean, they handle their own account. I'm handling mine. I'm just trying to get situated for 2018 and trying to just go from there. So as soon as I'm unlocked, I just want to be ready to go.
Right. Right. And 2018 is creeping up, and we'll talk about what's going on in 2018 soon.
Yeah.
But Glenn, since we're talking numbers, I know it's pretty bad, but tell us, how are you doing?
No, last 7 days, 86 products sold, which is the lowest I've ever had in a good while. And estimated royalties about what, $435. I'm selling like 8 shirts a day.
Okay, so that's the last 7, but that's still not that. I mean, obviously it could be better.
Oh, it could be way better. Especially where I was in the beginning of this month. Like, it looked like it was going to be on track to do, 5,000-6,000, and then it just quickly shut down with everybody else. So I'm not worried about it. I think I would be worried if it was just doing this as normal. Like if this was July, August, and I was selling like 8 a day or something, then I'd probably be worried because that's totally not normal from what I'm used to seeing and how many I have live. But the fact that there's nothing I can do about it at this point, I'm just like I said, riding along. Once I'm ready to go, once Amazon's ready to go, I'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Now, are you still designing though? Since
Right
you're on
now,
the
I'm not
cruise.
designing. Right now, I'm coming up with ideas and how I'm gonna outsource and get that ready for 2018.
Okay. Now, when you say outsource, what are we talking here?
We can talk about that on our 2018 this week's topic. We can talk about that.
Okay. Well, cool. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Your numbers could be better. I mean, I've said this a couple of times now. I was projecting to do about $10,000 this month. I'm nowhere near doing doing 10K. I'll probably do somewhere between 4 and 5 thousand this month.
Yeah.
So obviously, all our numbers, whether you're unlocked or not, all our numbers could be better. And
Yeah.
it's just really unfortunate that Amazon hasn't, to this point, they haven't figured out how to keep up with capacity. But again, you know what? I'm sure they'll figure it out. This is how companies grow, right? They grow by learning from their mistakes and figuring out what they need to do.
Mhm.
How's your Etsy Printful?
It's your printful. Where am I? I think I've had like 4 orders the last like
Since the
28
last
days or
show?
something. No. Since like the last 28 days. So
My
I've only
man,
had like 4 orders.
what are you doing over there, man? Just 4 sales?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not that's gonna be part of the 2018 goals for the Etsy stuff.
Okay. Okay, we'll
But
talk about that here shortly.
yeah.
So my Etsy Printful numbers 0, and the reason being is because I put my store on vacation mode
Mhm.
because of Printful's shipping and handling deadlines. Um, and and you know what? Here's the thing. For the life of me, I just can't figure out this whole VAT thing. And Luke Kelly, um, our
Mhm.
good friend from Australia, he
Yeah.
sent me this short video that Printful has that kind of explains this whole VAT thing, and it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. I know I know that sounds confusing, but it's just like watching the videos. Like they want you to like calculate like the distance from where like your shirt's being shipped from and all that. And look, I'm not trying to do all that. Okay, I'm not your typical Asian. Okay, I flunked math in college. All right, so I'm not trying to do any calculations or damn arithmetics or nothing. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to sell internationally.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's just too damn confusing. And I talked about my damn CPA. He went AWOL. I can't even find this dude. So yeah, okay. So we talked about that. Now, are you running AMS ads? I know we talked about that briefly last week. Um, do you have any ads running at the moment?
Yeah, I have some ads going.
Okay.
I think I have maybe like 50, 60 something ads maybe
Okay. So
running.
so so you launched a bunch of campaigns then since last week.
Yeah, I think the Jersey guys got me a little riled up.
Okay. Okay. I think the
Um,
Jersey guys gets everyone riled up.
oh yeah, it's because Anthony, that voice, man.
Yeah, man. It's
You're running ads, bro, and I'm like, damn, I better start running ads. And I think here's the thing with the ads. One of them did pretty good. I spent 16 cents
hmm
and got 2 clicks, 2 sales
hmm
on one of the shirts. And that's one of the shirts that you can find right now on search.
Okay.
And then I have a lot of other ones that are just, I've spent nothing, they've been unseen, and I can't even find them on search.
Huh. But you're running ads
So,
on them, right?
but I'm running ads on them.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's happening. And then, like I
So
said, that
so
one that's
yeah.
been doing good is because people can also find it, and maybe that has something to do with it. But that one was a really good one for me. I mean, I only spent 8 cents per click, so I got 2 clicks, 16 cents, and then I got the 2 sales, which that was 50 whatever bucks for both of those. So I'm like,
hmm
man, like if they could be seen, then I think these ads I could probably start seeing some different results from it.
So here's the thing. So what about a week ago when everyone was frozen? And we had talked about this with the Jersey guys. Like I was running a bunch of campaigns, but remember I had mentioned that there were a bunch of my shirts that were getting like no impressions.
Yeah. No
And even
views, nothing.
and even if they were getting impressions, they were getting no conversions. So I realized if you're running a campaign, and I know Anthony had mentioned this last week as well, if you're running a campaign on a shirt that's frozen, that's not searchable, it's not going to show up in your AMS campaign
Mm,
either.
okay.
Even though you're running ads to it,
Yeah.
it's not going to show up.
Mm.
Um, Fortunately, I'm unfrozen now, and every campaign that I run is showing up now. I'm getting impressions, I'm getting conversions, and you guys have to remember also. And for those of you guys that never ran AMS ads, you guys, this might not make sense. Um, when I run a campaign on a certain ad, or not a certain ad, but a certain shirt, you have to you have to pick a specific color and size. So basically, like for instance, let's say I have a shirt, I have to pick a particular color. For instance, let's say black, and I have to pick a particular size, let's say large. So when I run an ad on that shirt, it's just going to give me the data on that size and that color. However, someone could click on your campaign and buy a different color or a different size through your campaign, but you're not going to get that data. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I was just doing the same thing that Anthony was saying about running the ASIN, and then you want to run
Right.
the
But
variations.
you might be so the point that I'm trying to make is you might be getting conversions, but you're just not seeing that data.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, yeah, it's a little confusing.
It is. It is. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't send me a message. Send Anthony and Kevin all the messages. They'll explain it to you guys. Um, Christmas, man. Christmas is coming up. It's 5 days away. Are you done holiday shopping?
Yeah, I just kind of knocked out stuff when I was out there sourcing. I was like, all right, I'll get this, I'll get that. And then, yeah, I don't want to be messing with that kind of stuff.
Hmm. You do most of your shopping online, or did you actually go out and shop in the stores?
Yeah, I just get at the store. I'm like, I'm sourcing, I'll just get this at the same time, and then I'm done.
Did you buy? So what did you end up buying your wife? Does she listen to the podcast?
I don't even know if she knows this podcast even exists.
So, so what did you buy your wife? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I can't reveal a lot of stuff.
Okay, so she does listen to the podcast.
She might. I mean, words might come out. I'm just kidding. I don't think she does. Um, but it's makeup oriented stuff. That's what
Okay,
she likes. So it's just makeup stuff.
all right. Did you
I
buy
don't
me
even know what it
anything?
really does.
Did you buy me anything?
Maybe.
Yo, dude. When we went to freaking Denver, I showed up with a gift in my hand to present to you, and this is a gift. And true story. Okay, this was a gift. You can't find this in the stores. Okay,
No,
right,
can.
Glenn? It's a kick-ass gift that I gave
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
Explain to the listeners what I gave you.
It's hard for me to explain it because I already sold it on eBay. just gonna,
Oh, you son of a!
I
I
just
would have. I would have flew out there and choked somebody.
no, I have it here. So he gave me a football autographed by many Pro Bowl players. How did you get this anyway?
So no. Let's go back to what you were saying, and then I'll go into how I got the football. This was I don't remember what year, maybe 2012, I think 2013 football autograph by all. I shouldn't say all, but most of the Pro Bowl players. And how I got that football is I have a friend who actually used to play for the NFL, the 49ers in particular. And I'm not here to drop names or anything, but let's just say he's someone who had a very uh, lucrative and successful career with the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, he works for the NFL, and we play in the fantasy football league every year, and that's something that we'll kind of get into here shortly. We play in the fantasy football league every year, And unfortunately, we don't play for money, right? Because it's NFL's policy that they're not supposed to gamble on sports and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we play for prizes, and that was one of the prizes that we won one particular year. Um, and you know what? Because Glenn's such a great friend, right? I
Yes.
presented him with this. Again, you can't find this in the stores with this awesome autograph Pro Bowl football. And I said, Glenn, you're my brother. Here it is.
I was like,
And,
thank you, sir. And then
and in
and we
return, I'm asking you for a damn Christmas present. You're telling me you haven't bought me anything.
you said that you didn't celebrate Christmas.
I said my parents don't celebrate Christmas. Don't be trying to put words in my mouth, man.
Okay, sorry. Well, when I go down to San Jose, I do owe you a beer.
Oh, you cheap bastard. But you know what? You know what? I'll take that beer though.
Okay, cool.
I would take that beer. But speaking of fantasy football, um, dude, do you play?
I used to, and then it just got out of control. I just couldn't keep track.
Oh man, it's nuts. But um, I'm in the championship game this week, so I want everyone to send me some good vibes. Um, just send me some well wishes. Hopefully, I'll come out on top, and then I'll come back and report to you guys next week on how I did.
Yes, please let us know.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. You know what? So today's Wednesday. I want to get into something. Um, and again, before I get into this, I'm, gosh, I'm letting out this really big sigh because I don't know how else to put this. Okay, I'm
Tell us.
I'm kind of like the bad guy, right? We talked about this, right? Glenn, you're such a nice guy. I'm kind of like the bad guy, right?
That's what they
So
say.
so I posted this thing in my Facebook group, in our Facebook group that we
Hmm.
run
Hmm.
about the net neutrality. Okay,
Hmm.
and this is why we say one of the major problems within the community is that people don't read. Okay, so I posted this link that goes to a petition uh, where it goes to Congress. Okay, now I'm fully aware that the FCC passed the net neutrality last week, but this is a petition for Congress now, right?
Yeah.
So I posted this link saying, asking everyone, hey, if you really value the internet as a tool for your business, and let's face it, I think everyone values it because we're all trying to make a living online, especially when we're doing things like Merch by Amazon and eBay and FBA. Yes,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a valuable resource. It's a tool. So I posted this link, and it wasn't meant to be political or anything. It was just a link just saying, hey, if you have time, if you find the internet a valuable resource, go fill out this petition and let the Congress know that they can overturn the FCC ruling. All of a sudden, it became this big freaking political debate in our freaking Facebook group. People popping off, talking nonsense, saying, yo, man, this is worthless, man. Why'd you even post this? Well, number one, I posted it because it's my damn group, okay? If you don't like what I'm posting, then get the hell out. Um, but second, it's just I find that the internet, again, it's a valuable tool. Okay, we're all here working on the internet, trying to do our thing, trying to make as much money as we can. It wasn't meant to be political or anything, right? Um, and it's just I don't get it, man. People are popping off, and there's a couple of people, they said some things, and it's just like and look, here's the thing. I respect everyone. I respect everyone's opinion. We might not see eye to eye, um, but at the same time, we can have a friendly debate. But at the same time, don't tell me what I can and can't do in my own group, man. That's just nonsense. And the funny thing is, a couple of these guys, I've had private conversations with, and they're nice guys, and I expect to have more private conversations with them in the future. But it just makes no sense how people take things so seriously,
Yeah.
right? And it's just I'm like, oh man, one guy's talking about, oh well, good luck petitioning it because Congress is run by a majority of Republicans. Who cares? The thing is, I believe in that in the internet, and this is something that I believe in. It might not seem very important to you, but to me, it's important. Okay, my parents as immigrants to this country, they worked their asses off, man.
Yeah.
They worked their asses off. My mom at one point worked 2 jobs, and I've always said, look, I don't want to be like my parents. I love them to death, but I don't ever want to be like them. I don't want to work harder. I want to work smarter, right? And the internet gives me that opportunity to work smarter,
Yeah.
and that's why I believe in it. And
Yeah.
if you guys don't like what I believe in, well, keep your freaking your opinions to yourself, okay? I mean, again, we can certainly have a friendly debate, but don't go off popping off and stuff like that, okay? Um, that's just basically what I want to say about that.
I didn't even notice the thing was on there until I looked at it
Oh man,
today.
people are talking stupid, man. Just pipe down. If you don't like what I'm saying, just get the hell out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just like everyone's gonna have their opinions about everything. I actually don't even really know like 100% about net neutrality. I was trying, like, I've watched different videos and read different things about it,
Hmm.
and I really don't even know everything 100%. Like, I'm still trying to like kind of like, okay, so I guess we'll just see what happens. Like, you can still try to fight
Right.
it,
No,
but
I'm just, and here's the thing. I'm kind of like you in the sense where I'm not the most political savvy person, right? I admit that. There's times when things come up in the news where I have to ask my colleague because he's really into politics and he knows all this stuff, and he's always explaining things to me in layman terms. So again, I'm not the most political savvy person on this earth, okay? But again, I'm going to stand firmly on things that I believe. If you don't disagree, again, we can have a friendly debate, but don't go popping off like that, man. Okay. Um, but that's that. Okay, that's that. Let's get into this week's topic, which is basically about our goals next year.
2018 goals.
2018 is coming up
Actually,
real
next
soon.
month.
Yeah, yeah. It's about what, a week and a half away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you want to start, man?
Sure. What are we including with the goals? Like, you're talking about just merch or print on demand, or you're gonna throw in other things too?
I think we'll talk about merch, print on demand, and then we'll also talk about the podcast as well. I mean, the podcast is not going away, but we got some things that we're gonna talk about here on the podcast about the podcast, which I think will make a lot of people happy.
Okay.
I
Very true.
think. Um, so why don't you go start it off, man? Goals.
All right. So goals 2018. Obviously I need to get more designs up, not only just for merch, but also for Etsy. So I think the freeze was kind of a good thing too for me, because I was able to also just kind of like sit and think about, okay, well, how am I going to grow the business? What I want to do with it? We've talked about in the past how I've talked about selling, my merch account. And also because I had the other account that came in. And so I also wanted to, scale up that one. And then, so I'm kind of like in between, what do I want to do? How do I want to grow it? So what I came out with starting next month. So my brother's coming into town. He also does graphic design. He's going to be doing mostly like the niche based designs for me. And I've been spending, if you guys know, I've talked about it before. I have a lot of like simple typography based shirts that still do pretty well. But when you're trying to do a lot of them in bulk, it is more time consuming that way
Mm-hmm,
to
mm-hmm.
actually, I guess, design all of them. If I was only doing maybe like 5 to 10 a day, I don't think it would be that bad. But if you're doing all of them and then you're still going to upload all of them, it's going to take its time. Uploading has been a lot simpler over time because of just focusing on the niche. And then I could do basically the same keywords and titles and everything. So it's been a lot quicker. Also because Ariel's showing us that, what is that auto thing? Like
The
that has
what?
really helped a lot. Like Ariel, when we talked to her in Denver, remember she was
Yeah,
talking us like that auto, just pretty much like the auto form or whatever it's called. Do you remember the
yeah. No,
extension?
I I re I do remember the extension. I just can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Autofill rules or something that she showed us. And I've been
Ariel,
using that a
Ariel,
lot.
Ariel, if you're listening, just let us know what the extension's called again.
Yeah. So I was using that a lot and that helped me really crank out. Like I could upload 80 or 100 shirts. Like it wouldn't take me nearly as much as like how long it would be with me copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. So in this case, doing that autofill, that
Hmm.
has helped. It's the same niche, and then I could just, upload as many as possible. So with my brother, what I'm gonna have him do is I have like a set of 50 designs or 50 ideas, I should say, or like 50 slogans. I've already done all the research, make sure they're not trademarked, and keep on with that, making sure they're good. But like 50, he could do variations of it, 3 variations. Um, we'll also get, of course, like the different colors, so white graphic on black or dark color, and then the um, black or whatever to go on a white shirt. So variations for both. And then he's gonna crank out those PNGs ready to go. I'm gonna try to do 2 sets per week, which
Hmm.
would bring them to about 1,200 designs per month, like 1,200 PNGs for me to upload per month. And now the design may not be different, but they're variations as far as the color goes. And then I have like a template that he can kind of follow so that he can knock them out pretty quickly and not have to go off of like, okay, well now I have to design this based off of this niche. No, you're only gonna focus on this particular niche and like these ideas that go with that, not have
Hmm.
to go all around.
Okay.
So I think that will help me as far as getting those designs ready. Okay, cool. I can upload them and then I can focus on more of the like trending topics. Because for him, they're already set, like niches. Okay, cool. Focus on those. They're set. But we know that trends come and go. So you kind of have to be on top of it. So I think that'd be easier for me to handle those because all you need is like a couple of trending designs that are going to hit it
Absolutely.
and you're good to go. I can design those if I'm like focusing on 3 to 5 high quality, high design shirts. I can definitely knock those out while he's doing the back end niche stuff that just brings in sales. When people kind of search on that, and
Just
not really the trending.
evergreen designs. Nothing
Yeah,
really spectacular when it comes to design, but just something basic enough to just put up on Amazon and try and get sales, right?
yeah, totally. I think that would help. That way, I can focus on that, and then while I'm doing the trending ones, I can now upload those to Etsy and build up that a little. Actually, I'm gonna try to like with both my Merch by Amazon accounts, I'm gonna try to go trending and kind of split them up on both, so that I can kind of build up that one too. That one I'm already. I mean, we can't do anything right now anyway, but I'm already at the 25. I filled it up. I've sold almost like 50 shirts. Hopefully, I can tier up sometime soon, and then I can kind of split up the trending ones between my regular account, my second account, and then double upload on Etsy and get those up. Because even with Etsy, like it kind of came out of nowhere. We're all just kind of focused on FBA, but even if I mean on merch, but even if I get 5 per week to start off, and then 10, and then kind of build it up, at least if I
Mhm.
could just start doing something with Etsy to build it up a bit more, that will help. But I think cross listing, I mean, that's how I kind of got my first sales anyway on Etsy, were from designs I already had on merch anyway. I just have to upload them.
Right.
So
So I mean, everything that you're saying sounds pretty cool in the sense that you're now getting a system in place. You're hiring your brother. Now, is he going to be doing any of your uploads on merch, or is that something that you still gonna manage
yeah, I'll just
on your
manage
own?
my own uploads. I just figured like, I mean, he just the last designs that he made for me, maybe like the last month or so, was kind of like a
Mhm.
good test run. I could kind of see like how long has it taken him to do the designs. What kind of variations do I like these variations? Which ones are kind of selling better than other ones? Typefaces, I clearly noticed one of them was selling way better than the other one, so obviously that's going to be in there. So it's kind of like a test phase for like the last month or two that he's been kind of doing designs here and there. But now we're going to have a set schedule. I know he can handle it. And now it's just kind of like perfecting that system and getting a little bit easier to get.
Have those designs been selling from the previous month or so?
Some of them, yes, but I've noticed that the ones that have sold are a particular like typeface and style that's been working.
But then again, we're also in the freeze.
Yeah, that's also been a little tough. But at least the ones that he first gave me before the freeze, I could see a little bit of result from that. But I think I'd rather just focus on that, take that as the strength, and let's just kind of chip away to perfect it, because it's going to take some time too. But let's just see what happens with this new year, this new schedule. Obviously going to have him start off also with getting ready for Valentine's Day and those, and have those like already set for him.
Sure.
So we're already above, the right timing for him. So I think that's going to help for that. And then I can focus, like I said, on the trends for my regular merch account, my second one, and then I can try to add those in for Etsy. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do. And also I actually switched one sourcing day that I'm usually sourcing to Saturday. I'm going to try to source more on a Saturday, which I really don't like doing.
Because everyone is sourcing on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to have to go early and try to get that sourcing day. And instead of sourcing on that Wednesday, I'm going to have that back to a merch day to have more, because I originally just had that as a sourcing day, and I can't have that anymore. Like I have to focus more on the merch time. So I think that will definitely help me get in those hours for merch. And then we talked about our schedule for the podcast. That will also help me get some more time for merch.
Right. And we'll talk about the schedule for the podcast here shortly. So I remember talking to you, man, earlier in the year. I think it was around maybe summertime. I remember, because we talk all the time. I mean, even when we're not doing the show, we talk all the time. And I remember talking to you one time, and I swear, man, I mean, just talking to you and looking at you, I could tell that you kind of lost your passion for merch.
Yeah.
But so it's good that I think that you're getting the system in place, because there's potential, obviously, because you were like one of the first pioneers who freaking started making money. Because I remember, man, when you were telling me, oh yeah, man, I'm making like $2,000-3,000 this month. I was like, what? I mean, you were like the primary reason why I got into merch.
Yeah.
So and then I remember again when I would talk to you, you just didn't seem like you were really interested. But then I realized the last few weeks, having talked to you, you're starting to get that spark back. A lot
of it had to do with that. Just the fact that I think trying to figure out how you're gonna get a system in place, like things just move so quick. Like going out of town here, going out of town there, and then YouTube, like you're doing more eBay type stuff. And I was like, man, this is tough to schedule the time. And that's what I'm saying. The freeze actually kind of helped me that case. Like with money, like making less money this month, it's whatever. Like we've been making money all year doing eBay or print on demand selling. That wasn't really a big deal. That's what I'm saying. Not really too worried about it.
Sure.
My main thing was just trying to get the system in place. Like if I have a system in place ready to go for next year, I don't have to be kind of scrambling around. Like I haven't uploaded anything today. I haven't uploaded anything the last week, last 2 weeks. I'm only a couple of designs in. What's going on? I'm focusing more on that. Like this now gets me on a schedule to where I know, okay, I need to give my brother these designs. I have these slogans ready. So I have the first month ready to go as far as like scheduled out his niches, what he needs to focus on. I want to at least stay at least a month or two ahead. And then I know, okay, here's all of the slogans, everything you need to focus on. And then he'll just upload them straight to me. And then I can just download them, get them uploaded, and then, keep going. So I think that's mostly what I needed, really.
Cool. Yeah, no, so now talk to us about eBay, because I know you had mentioned that you kind of want to cut back on doing eBay and you want to focus more on the whole print on demand. Is that still the case?
Well, it's so tough because I need to do both. Like
Of course. I mean, that's what you're
eBay,
known for, right?
yeah. I mean, eBay, it really kind of started off with, even with the YouTube channel, was because of eBay and Ross finds and all of this. So you can only imagine cutting that out completely. I don't even think, I mean, I love doing it, so I wouldn't want to cut it out.
Hmm.
But it's same thing. It came out to like time management and really seeing, okay, well, it sucks to source on Saturday, but I can definitely do it by getting back to the old routine, which was getting up early to go to the swap meet or garage sales at 5 a.m.
Hmm.
And then after that, I can just roll into sourcing at stores and still be able to get home, by like 12 or 1 p.m. And then I could get into the editing for YouTube and all of that. So, but the last couple of months, I haven't even been sourcing on Saturdays or getting up early or nothing. I was just focusing on more of just like editing and everything, period. But I was like, no, I need to
Sure.
get back into that, of like getting up early, doing that, and then I could switch the days. Then I don't think I would have any problem with it.
Right, right.
So
Okay, well, I mean, it sounds like with you, it's more of a schedule thing, and it sounds like you're headed in the right path as far as having a system in place, having your brother do some of your evergreen designs, and just knowing when you're going to design, knowing when you're going to go source. I think that's really important. So
yeah,
cool, man. So I hope things work out. Um,
what were you
let's see.
thinking?
For me,
Well, yeah, because now you
uh,
have 3 accounts technically.
I have 3 accounts. Well, here's the thing, though. So when I took on those other 2 accounts, I told them, I was like, there is no way in hell I'm going to be uploading designs every day, and these guys know that. Um, so basically, and I've said this when I first announced it, I'm just rotating my days, right? There's one day when I'll focus on my account. There's other days when I'll focus on their accounts. But in my opinion, my account, my personal account, is the breadwinner, right? That's the
Mhm.
one that's bringing in, two, three, $4,000 a month. So my priority is there. Um, However, I'm still gonna, I have to, right? I mean, that was the agreement that I made with them. I'm gonna keep, every few days, log into their accounts, do what I can and upload designs whenever I can. But they know, these guys know that it's not something that I'm trying to do every day. I let them know that from the get go. I was
Mhm.
like, don't log in and then come back and say, look, you didn't upload any designs today. I'm like, that's not how it works. I'm like, I got other things to do. Um, let's see. I do have one designer that I had talked about that I use sparingly. I'm thinking I might use her more.
Mhm.
Um, because again, I am managing 3 accounts now, so I need to get her more into action, have her do more designs. Um, I'm like you, man. I'm at the point where, um, I can outsource and have VAs do my designs. I don't want anyone touching my account but me. No one's gonna upload designs but me, because again, um, I want that to be in my hands. I don't want something to happen and God, if my account was to ever get suspended, I want it suspended because I did something wrong, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't want to point my finger and say, oh, you screwed up and you got my account suspended. I don't want to go that route. Um, so I'm gonna be using her more in 2018, but at the same time, I really really want to use my time and scale my Etsy business. There's a lot of potential there. Um, so I really want to scale that up. I mean, it has its pros and cons, just like every other platform. I mean, one of the cons I've noticed with the Etsy Printful integration is, um, it's more hands-on, right? I mean,
Yeah.
unless you have a VA, is more hands-on. See, I'll be more willing to hire a VA for my Etsy account than my merch.
Yeah.
Because if I lose my Etsy account, I'm like, yeah, it sucks. But again, it's my merch account that brings in the most money.
Yeah.
That's the one that I don't want to lose. So I might consider maybe hiring a VA to do some customer service on the Etsy side. But as far as the design and doing the uploads, that's all me still.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. And then one thing I definitely want to do more of is um, run more AMS ads.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to do more. I can't wait until everyone's unfrozen, because then I think once that comes, then you know the competition obviously is going to be a lot harder, and I'm very proud of my designs. I know they're good designs, so I'm just going to run AMS campaigns to them, and hopefully that'll generate some more revenue. And but yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
So are you focusing more on like, it doesn't sound like you're really making, I don't know, huge changes. I think you're just kind of focused on, I guess, growth on what you've already been doing.
Well,
Because you
yeah,
don't really have to make changes. I mean, that's just only if you feel like you need to make a change
I think the only
because,
change that I'm really making is really, it's not really even a change. It's just utilizing her more, right? Is the designer that I've used sparingly, the last couple of months. I think I'll be using her more.
yeah,
There's no significant changes, yeah, but you're right. There's no significant changes. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, um, and just trying to scale in
yeah,
the long run.
yeah. And
My
sometimes it's like pretty much all you need. I mean, you don't, that's the thing. Like even like today for the YouTube channel, I was gonna talk to well, Ken, he goes by the Hustle Bee. We're gonna talk about eBay and reselling goals there. But at the same time, like sometimes you don't really have to make a change if you're doing good. Sometimes it's just about growth from where you're at and just
Mhm.
kind of building it up even further if things have already been working.
Right, but I think I kind of need to set a schedule like you, though, right? Like I should say, like, Monday through Wednesday is my merch days. Thursday and Friday is my Etsy days. Maybe Saturday, I'll run some AMS campaigns, and then Sunday is a day for me, right? So
Mhm.
maybe I should set something like that, set like a schedule like that. But no significant changes, man. Just trying to scale in the long run. And
Yeah.
I think hopefully, um, even with the whole royalty changes in January, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and hopefully Amazon will announce new products, and when they do, even though we take a hit in the royalties, we can make that up in the different products.
Yeah. Yeah, and who knows what's going to happen for 2018 if new products are going to be released or even with quality stuff, anything going to change and what we really don't know. So let's see what happens. I mean, we can just scale up our own business and then go from there.
Hmm. Absolutely. But
So
yeah, so some minor changes and some significant changes, at least in your business. But then let's also talk about the podcast. I know, so this year it's been crazy, right? I mean, you and I always talk about how we have to juggle multiple projects and whatnot. And I admit, man, when it comes to scheduling, I'm probably the worst person when it comes to trying to schedule stuff, right? I mean, we clearly experienced that with trying to get Anthony and Kevin on the show for the past 3-4 weeks. Um, so when we do these podcasts on a weekly basis, we never have a specific day that they're released, right? They're kind of all
mhm.
over the place,
Yeah.
right? So Glenn and I sat down and said, look, man, what can we do to make the listeners happy, to make the listeners know that on this day they're guaranteed to get a new episode? So we sat down and we talked and we said, look, every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, let's just blow out an episode, right? Obviously, sometimes we have to make adjustments because of the guest and whatnot. But primarily, we're going to start recording every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then over the weekend, we'll go ahead and edit those episodes, and we'll have those episodes out to you guys. We promise, on every Monday.
Yeah,
Right?
so now they can kind of kick off the week
Yeah,
with
because
Merch
again,
Minds.
it's been
Merch
all over.
Minds Monday.
Yeah, it's been all over the place, man. We'll have the episode coming out on a Thursday, and then 2 weeks from now, we'll come out on a Saturday, and then like this episode will probably come out today. I mean, who knows, right? It's all over the place. So 2018, every Monday, you guys will get the new episodes.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna help us also just yeah, people can know when it's gonna come out, and I'm going to try to get that also on my YouTube channel because people have asked for more merch content, and I'm like, I'm talking about my numbers and what's going on Merch Minds, but there's some people that are like, okay, cool, I'm listening to it, and then some people are like, yeah, but I want to stay here on YouTube and just what's going on with merch. Like, we're not posting updates just on YouTube, and I'm like, but I'm already doing that on the podcast. So having it on Stitcher, and we already had it on YouTube too, but it's not through the Hustler Hacks YouTube channel.
No.
So I think people are just kind of confused sometimes, at least to some of the emails and comments that I get. They're like, hey, what's going on with merch? And I'm like, all right, you know what? I think it'd be easier this way. If we do have some type of technical difficulty or something to where like it doesn't come out that Monday, I can still post some type of Monday merch video on my channel anyway, so that they can still stay in the loop on what's going on with merch, even if it's just like merch news or just something where one of us is like, if I'm just talking about it, if it's something to do with Merch Minds, they'll be on there for Monday, but at least they can still have a merch update on my channel. So I want to kind of incorporate that back in there. And then, of course, through the podcast as usual, now you can just know that Monday is the day.
Monday is the day, and you just went out and bought a new mic. I'm going to invest in another mic myself. I had a mic. God knows what happened to that mic, man. It never made it back from Seattle. It's still in Seattle somewhere. And so I need to invest in a new mic. But again, I think, we mentioned this a couple of episodes ago. We're going to invest in some new software and whatnot. Hopefully the quality will be better. So that way, come 2018, the audio will be just crisp and clean. Every Monday, we'll be in your earplugs, especially me, just talking shit. But that's our new 2018 goals and schedule. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that'll work out good. Let's try it, see what happens. And that's the thing I'm kind of interested in, because I have like a little schedule built up for everything that I'm going to try to do. And of course, not everything goes as planned. And that's where you have to make adjustments and go from there.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, so look for those changes to come in 2018. It's been a great year, and we're expecting a better year next year. I really do believe 2018 is going to be pretty significant when it comes to some changes for the better. So, Glenn, it's been an awesome year doing the podcast with you, and I expect another great 2018. And I expect that Christmas present when you show up in San Jose. Yes?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Glenn, before we go, where can people find you?
So email me, hustlerhacks1, that's the number 1, at gmail.com, hustlerhacks on YouTube, and hustlerhacks on Instagram. I'm trying to build that up more and more. So, yeah, either one of those 3.
Cool. And you guys can go to geekhustle.com or email me at yong@geekhustle.com. And like yourself, I'm recently just got into Instagram. I'm trying to build that as well. So go to Instagram, geek_hustle. And and just tag both of us in the Facebook groups. I mean, we're both pretty responsive. Me more than Glenn, because Glenn's too busy to respond. No, I'm just joking. He's busy doing other things. But yeah, guys, have a wonderful holidays. Glenn, are we doing the show next week? Yes or no?
So I think we are going to take a week off because also you're traveling, and
Yeah.
also during that same time, Christmas, New Year. I know it's going to be kind of lost in there anyway. But at least when we start next year, we can start, with that schedule that we said, and they could look forward to it being on Mondays.
Cool. Well then, guys, have a wonderful Christmas, happy holidays, have a safe New Year, and let's all kick ass in 2018.
Yes, sir.